そして僕は新世界の神となる。
Hey guys, it's Ash with WatchMojo, and these are the top 10 anime that everyone needs to watch.
私はゼロ。何者でしょう?
For this list, we'll be looking over the timeless titles that newcomers to the medium owe themselves to watch, given the pedigree of their writing, visuals, and the standards they've set going forward. Number 10, Steins Gate. It's hard to hit that sci-fi sweet spot, especially in a series that trades out the grandiose spectacle large-scale fights for time travel, techno-jargon, and character introspection.
ではどう説明する？房からちぎりレンジに入れたはずのバナナを。
Thankfully, Okabe and his gaggle of scientists went beyond all expectations, delivering a thrilling romp through timelines, yet still having to face the consequences of exploring the fringes of reality.
臭い。カンガルー。
While having a microwave that sends messages to the past might sound outlandish, the endearing nature of its characters keeps things grounded, allowing it to work in harmony with its wilder timey-wimey elements. No hypothesis needed, the sharp writing here will have you captivated.
ほら、狂気のマッドサイエンティスト。世界の構造とやらを作り変えるんだろ。無論だ。ふぅはっはっはっはっは。
Number 9, Mobile Suit Gundam. Pioneering giant robots for a whole generation, Gundam has exploded into a franchise that can be more than a little confusing to the uninitiated. Which is why, should you feel compelled to check out at least one, we can't recommend the original enough. Even for a series many would consider retro, its themes of war and conflict, as well as the battles between its various mecha, all hold up remarkably well.
Not in my case.
It hits all those classic beats, including a rebellion against an oppressive, spacefaring elite, but layers it with poignant portrayals of trauma, betrayal, and revenge. Plus, it did give us Char Aznable, one of anime's greatest anti-heroes of all time.
Don't take it personally. You can thank your father for this. Char, you double-crossed me, Char!
Number 8, Dragon Ball franchise. Wondering what all the fuss is about when it comes to the Kamehameha? The answer, as any long-term fan will tell you, is a melody of epic battles, tournaments, power scaling, aliens, wish-granting dragons, and a crazy amount of fun. As the granddaddy of shonen, plenty of today's fantasy fight fests owe their success to Dragon Ball's influence. From young Goku's journey to collect all 7 Dragon Balls in the original outing,
What's happening?
to the introduction of Super Saiyans in Z, all the way to battling the multiverse in Super, every arc lends itself to a colossal amount of imagination and enjoyment. And hype, so much hype. Number 7, Attack on Titan. The term modern masterpiece gets thrown around a lot, but there are scarcely few who deserve the title more than this darkest of anime explorations. In a world where humans have barricaded themselves behind walls, their ongoing struggle against the looming threat of humanoid monstrosities known as Titans is suddenly flipped on its head when the bitter truth of their existence is slowly revealed. Not enough accolades can be poured onto this series, from how each season shifts genre to the raw brutality of its fights. But its real strength lies in its storytelling. Just when you think you've got a grasp on where it's going, it takes another enthralling yet depressing tangent. It's a rumbling that you can't afford to miss. Sensei Goku! Number 6. Hunter x Hunter. Taking those same old tropes that defined action-adventure anime for so long and polishing them to a beautiful finish, Gon's seemingly simple journey to become a hunter and find his father exploded into a multifaceted thrill ride that gave fans of the genre everything they could want.
絶対に世界一のハンターになるから世界一のハンターになって必ず
A sprawling world, unique villains, immense character growth, the most intricate of power systems, and even when it tackles cliches, it does so in the most unconventional of ways. It's truly a treat worthy of diving into. The only downside being you'll be trapped with the rest of us waiting for the sequel that will never arrive. Number 5. Gurren Lagann. Sometimes anime doesn't need to be heavy or complicated with its plotting. Sometimes it just needs to feature giant robots the size of whole galaxies pummeling the bejesus out of each other. Defining Studio Trigger's signature brand of madness, Gurren Lagann revels in its personal brand of mechagasm and turns the whole universe into a sandbox for its cast of human resistance fighters to play in as they battle against beastmen and other cosmic threats with an ever-increasing barrage of giant robots. Overwhelmingly stylish, it's impossible to not have a blast with Simon and his drill that pierces the very heavens. Number 4. Cowboy Bebop. An interstellar neo-noir dripping with the rule of cool, Bebop is fully justified in its status as a classic.
Can't see everywhere at once.
While mainly episodic, the misadventures of Spike, Faye, and the rest of their fellow bounty hunters hits just as hard nonetheless. Whether it's tangoing with crime syndicates, dealing with the gaping holes left by their pasts, or getting high as balls on mushrooms, there's artistry to be found in every corner of Bebop.
Hey, mister. This here is the stairway to heaven. You know that, don't you?
Obnoxious little frog.
The Ballad of Fallen Angels alone is an exquisite example of why it's looked upon with such esteem. Number 3. Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. After a complete and satisfying narrative experience, want a fantasy that dabbles in something wholly original? Something that balances flashy fights with killer commentary on militarism, sacrifice, and retribution? The Elric brothers have got you covered. After their bodies are snatched away following an attempt to use the art of alchemy to bring back their deceased mother, Edward and Alphonse throw themselves into the pursuit of the Philosopher's Stone to right their wrongs, all the while dealing with the threat of corruption within the government and the shadowy force of the fearsome homunculi. Brotherhood truly has something for everyone. Number 2. One Piece. The idea of tackling over 1,000 episodes of a single series might sound like a daunting task, but if there's one property worthy of taking the plunge for, it's One Piece. While it might initially appear as a colorful tale of pirates on the high sea, the truth is that the world Luffy and the rest of the Straw Hat crew inhabits is one of the most widespread, well-woven, and interconnected ever to be realized in animation. Wild and wacky, yet never without some measure of grit to tie it all together, the search for Gold Roger's infamous treasure continues to innovate and amaze, even decades on. Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure to go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Neon Genesis Evangelion. The psychological grip that Evangelion will leave on you won't be forgotten anytime soon. When the planet comes under the assault from interstellar beings known as angels, a group of teens are tasked with piloting the mechanized Ava in order to stop them. Of course, nothing is ever that simple, with the series chronicling each pilot's inner turmoil and struggles, all of which are not for the faint of heart. And yet, we wouldn't hesitate to watch Shinji get in the robot once again. Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.